What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Hybrid Network and yet another look into Stephen King's classic horror novel, It. Previously, we've gone into a few members of the Losers Club, breaking down the title heroes of the story in order to get a better understanding of their characters, hopes, and most importantly, their fears. Today, we touch upon one of the biggest characters in the book, Ben Hanscom. Now, Ben is a kid that doesn't have a whole lot going for him in his childhood in 1958. He's fat, bookish, and a bit of an outsider from the lack of friends. Not to mention he's got an angry group of bullies vying for revenge against him. We're first introduced to Ben in his younger years running from Henry Bowers and his gang of miscreants who want revenge on the boy for one reason. He's against cheating. Well, more specifically, he's against helping Henry cheat on the final exams, forcing the bully to attend summer school. Ben manages to evade capture for a while until the gang corners him at the Barrens, where we start to see a bit of Henry's unhinged nature come into play. He decides to teach Ben a lesson about being polite and doing what he's asked by carving his name into Ben's stomach. Right when he gets the H, a scar that will stick with Ben for a long time, he tumbles backwards into the Barrens, escaping from the Bowers gang and running into Bill Denbrough and Eddie Kasprag. The rest is history after that. Ben manages to find solace and camaraderie amongst the other members of the Losers Club, all of whom suffer their own bit of childhood darkness, one in particular being confrontations with a sinister force lurking within Derry, Maine, one that the kids later dub It. Ben's own personal experience with It came back in January, months before he had come to know any of the losers. He was walking home after helping his teacher clean up after school, noticing a mummy walking along the frozen water by the canal, calling out to him, telling him about floating. Though, oddly enough, it's more so the fact that the balloons tied around the mummy are floating against the wind that catch Ben's eyes. Probably indicative of who he is, though, the fact that something that defies physical logic is far more terrifying than the appearance of a horror movie monster. He runs away before the mummy can get a hold of him, and this acts as only one of the many puzzles needed to discovering the secret behind It and its hold over Derry, Maine. I think the one thing I always took away from Ben is that he's a stand-in for any kid that found it hard to really socialize or to just relate to anyone else in their age. Growing up is hard, and without friends, well, it's just that much harder, so once Ben became part of the Losers Club, his experience more than anything sells one of the big tentpole themes of It, the power friendship holds within children. Sure, it sounds dated, but it's a touching theme, one that really resonates when reading Ben's side of things because it benefits him the most, being able to actually share interests with others and to team with people that he can relate to and understand on a deeper level. Plus, there's that added layer of the love-struck boy that's an odd man out in a triangle between he, Beverly, and Bill Denbrough. Though to be fair, he does end up getting the girl later in his life. He just has to overcome all manners of horror in order to get to that point. But anyways guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to stay subscribed to the Hybrid Network to stay up to date on all of our videos as they come out. My name is Luke, and I'll catch you all next time.